Hello students, parents and teachers. This video of mine is to give you the clarity on how your result is going to be prepared for your 12th board examination. For quite long, the students were and their families were very anxious, and they were oscillating like a pendulum between exams and no exams because of this COVID-19 pandemic. Then came the bold decision of Government of India keeping the priority as the safety and health of our future citizens of India, the students, and cancelled the board exam for this academic session 2020-21. After that, the Honorable Supreme Court gave 2 weeks' time to the Central Board of Secondary Education to come with a well-defined objective criteria for the assessment, which should be unbiased, valid, reliable, and student-friendly in all aspects. It was a challenging task for the CBSE, but CBSE, being a premier institute of our India, with consultation with all the stakeholders, and after constituting a 13-member committee, they discussed everything with all the stakeholders, and they have come up with a objective criteria of assessment for this board 12th examination. Around 14.50 lakh candidates were registered for this examination. So all these students, they were waiting that whether there will be exam or no exam. Now that the criteria, the CBSE has proposed the criteria for this assessment, and it has been approved by the Supreme Court. So now we have a clear picture that how the results are going to be formed, and how the assessment of these 14.50 lakh students will be done on the basis of their 10th, 11th and 12th results. Now, to start with, the CBSE has given the weightage: class 10th 30%, class 11th 30%, and class 12th 40%. Now, this weightage has been given to the theory examinations, because the practical examinations were held during the from March to June, the time was given, and many schools had conducted the practicals, and they have uploaded the marks for internal assessment also wherever it was required. But due to this pandemic, in some schools or in some subjects, these were not, the practicals were not held, or the internal assessment was, marks were not uploaded. So now the CBSE has again sent a new circular stating the guidelines for the conduction of practicals on online mode. So if the practical of any subject or the internal assessment marks for any subject is not being uploaded, it will be uploaded by the respective school in the stipulated time given by the CBSE. So as far as practical marks are concerned or internal assessment marks are concerned, there is no confusion at all, because whatever marks you are going to get in your practicals or your internal assessment, they will be uploaded as it is of 12th standard. Now the question is about the theory examination. Now your theory examination can be of 70 marks if it is 30 marks practical, 70-30, or 80 marks if it is 20 marks internal assessment. So for those 70, 80, 60 or 50 or 30 marks as per the subject, the maximum marks for the theory examination, the CBSE has given the formula of 30-30-40. That means 30% weightage is given to class 10th marks, 30% is given to class 11th, and 40% to class 12th. This is only for the theory. For example, let me give you one example. Suppose the one subject is having 70 plus 30, that means 70 theory marks and 30 practical. So 30 practical marks will be given as per their performance in the practical examination if it has already been conducted by the school, or in offline mode, or it will be conducted or must have been conducted on online mode. So those marks will be practical marks or internal assessment marks, as the case may be. Now the theory 70 marks is divided into 30-30-40. So for example, if the theory marks are for that subject are 70, so it will be 21 of 10th, 21 of 11th, 28, that is 40% of 12th, and the internal assessment or the practical 30. So that means 21, 21, 28, and from overall 12th is 58. So this would be the criteria or the weightage when your result is going to be formed. So when your result is prepared, the 10th, if you all have appeared your 10th, you all have done your 10th from CBSE board only, then your marks will be uploaded. The 30% weightage will be given by the CBSE only. So the schools have got nothing to do in that. The CBSE is going to upload, CBSE is going to give you marks, the 30% weightage. Now we have to see that this 30% of 10th, how it will be calculated. Now as in 10th you are having main 5 subjects, so average theory marks obtained in best 3 performing subjects out of 5 main subjects. That means out of 5, 3 main subjects, whatever you have in whichever subjects you have performed well, those will be considered for the average. So this average, the average of these three performing subjects, the average theory marks will be taken, and this average will be uniformly awarded to all the class 12th. So that means the 10th, in 10th you are having 5 subjects. You have taken that subject in 12th or not, it doesn't matter. Out of 5, 3 best performances, 3 subjects where you have performed well. For suppose out of 5 you have scored, out of 100 you have scored 70, 75, 80, 85 and 90, for example. So your 90, 85 and 80, these 3 will be considered, and average of that and 30% of that would be given to the the weightage would be given for preparing the result of your 12th. Now let's come to the 11th. Now 11th also 30%, but for 11th, let me tell you another thing also, that if you have not given your 10th from CBSE, or you have given your 10th from any other board, in that case the school has to upload the marks, the weightage on online link of CBSE, but the school has to ensure that the maximum marks for that subject or for each subject are as per the CBSE only. If there is difference in the maximum marks, then the proportionate marks would be awarded as the weightage of 10th. So overall, out of 3 best performing subjects, the average will be taken out and 30% of that would be given to the weightage, would be given as weightage to your 12th result. Now come to the 11th. Now in 11th, because in 10th the subjects were different, in 11th you are having the same subjects, so in 11th the weightage will be taken only from the session ending examination. Only from the session ending examination, not from the unit test, not from the midterm, not from any other test. Only from the session ending examination, your theory marks, only theory marks. Your session ending examination, only theory marks, and 30% of that would be taken as that subject's weightage. Now suppose in 11th biology, you had scored 70 or you scored 60 out of 70 in theory. So the 30 of that 60 would be taken as a weightage for the biology of 12th. So it is subject wise because the subjects are same. So it is subject wise and the subject average will be taken and that would be given as weightage in 12th. Okay. Now about 12th. In 12th, many schools had conducted unit test, midterm, pre-boards, offline, or most of the tests were conducted online because of this COVID-19 pandemic. So whatever the case may be, the board has given this discretion power to the schools to decide that which test they want to take as weightage. They can take only pre-boards or they can take the aggregate of all. They can take the aggregate of unit test. The school has been given the power to decide which test has to be taken for the taking out the average for the 12th result. So it can be unit test, it can be the midterm, or it can be the pre-boards, depending on that which test was taken online or offline, because every school had taken test differently. Some had taken online, some had taken offline, some had taken, the question papers were different, the syllabus was different. So depending on all these things, the school will decide about this. Now the result committee of the school will decide that the weightage, full weightage can be given to the pre-boards only. If the pre-boards were taken offline, in offline mode, and the students were there to give the test, or unit test, whatever it is. So the school will decide that weightage, full weightage can be given to the pre-boards, or full weightage can be given to any other, or it can be given to all together. So it is in the power of school, this thing, to decide. Okay. Now who will make this result? Who will do this result? For that, the CBSE has suggested, it has instructed the school, all the CBSE affiliated schools, to make a committee which will be called result committee. And this result committee would be comprising of principal of that school would act as a chairperson of that result committee. Then 2 senior most PGT of that school would be the member of this committee, and 2 PGTs from the neighboring school would also be there in this committee, and they would be the external members for this committee. Then there will be one IT teacher having IT background would be assisting this committee in uploading of marks and all IT related assisted work. Then there would be special invitee, and these would be the subject teachers who will come for when the decision is taken for their subject, because subject teachers are the best judges. They know their students, so how and when, which has to be taken, what which test has to be taken for which criteria, all this will be decided by the subject teachers. So subject teachers will be the special invitee for this their subjects only. And then the help desk is always there, and the software support will be given by the CBSE, and CBSE is providing all kind of support to the schools for preparing this result. Okay, now this result committee would be working as per the schedule, as per the activity date sheet which has been provided by the CBSE, and the CBSE wants the result on 31st of July. So that means most of the work will be done by June. There's 2 weeks, last 2 weeks of the June and first 2 weeks of the July, so that the result would be ready by the mid of July and it can be declared by 31st of July. Okay, now if there are different things like the overall, suppose once the result is ready, then there will be moderation. And for moderation, this is called assessment moderation, and this moderation has been kept into this result formation process to ensure the standardization, because depending on in this they have included, they have considered the last year's result of that particular school, the maximum subject scoring marks for students of that particular school. So everything has been incorporated to give a fair, unbiased result to our students. So in this, a reliable reference standard has been prepared, and for this the historical performance of that school, means the school's last 3 years result of class 12th is considered, and the best overall performance in the previous 3 years, best overall performance in the previous 3 years is seen, and then it will be taken as the reference. Suppose 17-18 the school result was 75%. In 2018-19 academic session, the school result was 80%, and in 2019-20 the school result was 82%. So the reference would be the 2019-20, where the result was the result was very good, considering comparing the last 3 years. So that would be the reference for the school moderation committee for assessing and for moderating the result of the students. Now this would be taken as a reference. That year would be taken as the reference. Okay. Now subject wise marks would be moderated, and then overall marks also would be moderated. Now subject wise marks shall be within the range of plus or minus 5 marks obtained by the student in the school in that subject, the reference year, in the reference year. That means, suppose in the reference year, the maximum marks in that subject was 80. So for moderation, subject wise would be plus or minus. So 80 means 75 and plus is 85. So 75 to 85. That would be the range, plus minus. It should be in that range only. It should not be leaving that range. So that range is considered for moderation. So I am repeating it again. Subject wise marks should be within the range of plus minus 5 marks obtained by the students in the school in that subject in the reference year. Suppose for one school we are taking reference year 2019-20. So in that year, what were the marks which were obtained, average marks obtained by the students in that particular subject, sub average, and plus minus 5 would be the subject wise moderation. Then overall marks should not exceed, overall, that means the aggregate, should not exceed the overall average marks obtained by the school by 2 marks. So here also we have to consider the reference year, and reference year, suppose it is 2019-20. So in 2019-20, that school's result is the reference result, and the overall average should not exceed 2 marks, should not exceed by 2 marks which was obtained by the school in that reference year. So this is about the overall marks, and plus and minus 5 is for the subject. Okay, now we will see the scaling up and down of class 11th and 12th. Now for 10th there will be no scaling, because this has to be no scaling will be done by the schools, because it has to be given by the CBSE only. Now for reference for moderating the 12th, 11th. So last 3 years subject wise average is taken, and subject wise average for moderation, last 3 years moderation would be taken in that subject. For example, suppose the moderation is done for the biology. So last 3 years biology average of marks scored by the biology student in last 3 years, that average would be taken. For example, in 2018-19 it was 74%, 19-20 it was 71, 17-18 it was 72. So the maximum, wherever it was maximum, like 74, so 18-19 that would be taken. So last 3 years overall average would be taken, and subject wise average would be taken for moderation. So this is for the, now for each subject the school will have to follow a broad distribution of marks, which will be based on the performance of the specific year by that school in that subject. So for this moderation, the subject wise, for 11th and 12th, the subject wise moderation will be done depending on the last 3 year result of students of that school in that subject only. So that is the thing. Now assessment, suppose this was about the moderation. Now suppose there are few conditions where the normal students, like suppose the assessment is for the more than 5 subjects. The student has offered more than 5 subjects. If a student has opted more than 5 subjects, that means marks of the best of, in that case, marks of the best of 3 subjects out of maximum allotted marks after conversion, in case maximum marks are other than 80, may be awarded. So if it is more than, in that additional subject, it would be the average of those best 3 subject marks, best 3 marks of the 3 subjects out of the maximum allotted marks. Then assessment of a new subject. Now suppose there is one student who is having one subject in 12th and he or she was not having that subject in 11th, or in that school was not having that subject, and this subject is a new for the school. So in that case, if the assessment of a new subject is going to take place, then if that subject exam was to be conducted for the first time, the assessment should be done by awarding average of best 3 subjects. So again here, because we are not having the record of the last 3 years, so what they will do, the 3 best subject, the average of 3 best subjects would be given to that subject. Now subject suppose a student has changed the subject from 11th to 12th. So in such cases where while recording assessment in the subject in class 11th, assessment should be done by awarding average of best 3 subjects. So if it has changed, that means that subject which was not taken in 11th but is there in 12th will be taken in 11th as well for the purpose of assessment of CBSE. Suppose a child has changed the subject, the subject was not there in his 11th or her 11th, still the best 3 average would be given to that subject in 11th also for the compilation of the results. Now, students who passed from other boards, suppose the student did not appear CBSE 10th and appeared has cleared his or her 10th from any other board other than the CBSE. So in that case the CBSE is not having the record. So in that case the CBSE will provide the pre-filled marks only for the CBSE students only. So in that case for other boards the school will upload marks for 10th also on online school, but they have to ensure that each subject is similar with to the CBSE, and if not then school will proportion the maximum marks given to each subject should be similar. If not, then the proportionate marks would be given to that subject and then it will be uploaded for the 10th. Now, school will not conduct any examination. The CBSE has clearly mentioned whether the student has given any test or not, or whatever may be the reason. Now, no test will be, the school will not conduct any examination now, and even if the candidate has not appeared in any test or any assessment or any one particular test or whatever is the case, but now no student will appear for the exam in school before declaration of this result. Now, policy of providing photocopy and re-evaluation which was there earlier is not there, will not be applicable for this session because the CBSE is not having the answer sheets, the proper physical examination is not taken place, so the answer sheets are not there. So answer sheets are the whatever weightage has been given, all these answer sheets are with the schools only, so no verification of marks or answer sheet, photocopy of the answer sheets, and policy of providing photocopy or re-evaluation is not applicable for this year. So this was all about how your result, because I know you all are very anxious to know, because earlier the anxiety was whether the exams will be going to held or not. Once they were cancelled, you were anxious that how maybe we may be the loser because the exam is not being held. We have prepared so much, so don't worry at all. A very fair and unbiased and objective criteria is being set by the CBSE in consultation with all the stakeholders, so you don't have to worry at all. Your result would be fair enough to make you happy. But if still you are not satisfied with your result, you can opt for examination, writing your exam, and that would be whenever the conditions are conducive in offline mode. You will be called to the centers or schools and you can write the exam. So if you are not satisfied even after all this, or suppose whatever may be the reason, if you are not satisfied, you can opt for giving exam in offline mode once the conditions are conducive. So that choice is also been given to all the students by the CBSE. Okay, now if any student is not satisfying for these criteria after giving weightage of 30, 30, 40 and the practicals, the child is not clearing that subject, or child is not clearing in aggregate or more than one subject, then the child will be given essential repeat. That means the child has to repeat the examinations, and or compartment. If it is in one subject, the compartment would be given, and for a compartment and essential repeat, the exams would be whenever the environment is conducive. So this will be the marks scored in later examination will be considered as final. One more thing is there, that if you have opted for writing your exam, then whatever marks you will score there, that would be final, not the one you are going to get in this result. So this is I just wanted to make things little clear for you all, because I can understand your anxiety, I can understand the anxiety of students, parents. So, and this has been proposed by CBSE now, and it has been approved. So now the schools are going to work on it, and your result would be ready by 31st of July. So thanks to all stakeholders for taking this bold decision, and for preparing the CBSE, for preparing this outline, this guideline for a fair, objective and unbiased result. So I hope you all will be satisfied with your result, and if not, then you have the other option as well. So thank you so much for listening, and don't worry at all. You will be getting what you deserve for.